Hello, folks. This is Steve AB4L. I'm going to talk a little bit about an item I read last week and an incident last week. Nothing in this episode is a promotion, nor is it a recommendation, but it is a public service announcement. 48 states sue phone company that allegedly catered to needs of robocallers. News for Nerds /.org. Nearly every U.S. state yesterday sued a telecom company accused of routing billions, not millions, billions of illegal robocalls to millions of U.S. residents on the Do Not Call registry. And then they're abstracting from this website, Ars Technica. Avid Telecom routed billions of illegal robocalls despite warnings. Attorneys general, gotta say it right, attorneys general allege. Tucson, Arizona. Voice solutions provider with next-gen technology. First time I've ever been to their website. Contact us, Sunrise Road, Tucson. Avid Telecom is a leading voice solutions provider. We offer many services you need to run your business, such as DIDs, I don't know what that is, outbound minutes, I don't know what that is, industry expertise, including having full stir/shaken capability, I have no idea what that is, and required robocall mitigation in place. This is the first time I'm looking at this. They're saying, and required robocall mitigation in place. Now, here's what I remember. Not too long back, the Federal Communications Commission of the United States passed a ruling requirement on telephone companies that they had to be sure that something like if you see what the caller ID is, it's authentic, meaning the number is authentic. You can check me out on that. And it's to cut down on the robocallers who are routing. Some of the people who've been routing the robocallers have licenses to connect to the phone system, and they're in a garage. And they're routing scammers from India. And they know it. The FCC, in my recollection, said the fines are going to be astronomical. Now that kind of fits in with this. And this mentions robocall mitigation in place. Required, first time I'm looking at it. Let's Google it. Google search gives me the Federal Communications Commission. This is the first time I'm doing this, folks. Robocall response team combating scam robocalls and robotexts. It's going to fit in with what I'm going to tell you. We're not going to stop until we get robocaller spoofers, fits in, and scammers off the line. FCC Chairwoman Jessica Rosen-Worcel. The FCC's robocall response team was created by this person to serve as an FCC staff working group that pulls together expertise across the agency, outreach expert to combat the unyielding menace of illegal spoofed. They say they're calling from a such and such number. That's not really true. Illegal spoofed, scam, robocalls, robotext. The FCC has made combating illegal robocalls and malicious caller ID spoofing. It's going to fit in with what I'm going to tell you. A top consumer protection priority. You can read the rest. You saw how easy it was to get to it. Avid Telecom, an Arizona-based company formed in 2000, chose. Now they're quoting from the Attorney General's lawsuit. Chose profit over running a business that conforms to state and federal law, according to a lawsuit led by Arizona AG Chris Mayers and joined by the attorneys general of 48 other states and the District of Columbia. It's filed in the District Court of Arizona. The lawsuit arises from work done by the Anti-Robocall Multi-State Litigation Task Force of 51 Attorneys General. You can read the rest. They want a jury trial. Arizona Attorney General Chris Mayers, Tuesday, May 23rd, Phoenix. I think it's appropriate that would be the one to file the suit with others joining in with amicus briefs, because the one that's getting put on the dock is right there in Arizona. Now, let me tell you my personal experience from right this period last week. The second half of the week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I received an SMS message. Hey, Steve, they knew my name. We're thinking of buying a property at, and they say an address on my street. Do you think you could join an online discussion for a few minutes? There's a link. Because we're looking at that property. So the scam is, since I'm just a few addresses away from that, now there was one problem. The address they gave doesn't exist. The number of the street address that they gave doesn't exist. Because I live at the number here, and between here, my driveway, my postal address, and the corner, which is about 60 feet, there is no other house with a lower number. Got it? So I instantly knew, what is it? Scammer. Got it? So I deleted it immediately. No, I didn't click on the link. I deleted it. A couple of hours later, my phone rings. It's from a North Carolina exchange. Did I pick up? No. I have a whole bunch of people that I deal with, like my doctors, my dentist, and I have and my phone, my little flip phone, when a number comes in, if it knows what it is that's in my listing, it'll tell me who it is. So it wasn't telling me who it was. Did I answer it? No. It rang about 10 times. And then it stopped. And then I counted to 60. I waited 1 minute. I opened it up and I punched call back. Beep. The number you're trying to connect to does not exist. I'm not making this up. The number you're trying to connect to is not in service. So then I went to Google search. I put the number in, and it knew where it was. And it gave a property location in what's called New Hill, North Carolina. It's down south of Jordan Lake. I know where it is. I've been to New Hill. I've had videos there. Near New Hill, there's a small railroad that you take the kids to. It's a real railroad. But you know how when you put in an actual full street address of a residence, how there's these Google search returns from the real estate companies? And by looking at those, it said unoccupied since last year. Unoccupied since last year. Oh, is that why there's no longer a telephone number, that number active at that address? So the scammers now are smart enough to pick up a telephone number that connects to a real address, only it is a disconnected number. I'm telling you my direct experience. So the next day I went to the dentist. And then the next day I got another SMM message, but it was different. When I looked at it on my flip phone, and it came in the evening, it just said attachment. I'd never seen one of those before. That's what it was in red, and my phone was just saying the word attachment. And I don't know what to do about it, but I did not look at it. And then by the time I had a bright idea, I thought, oh, wait a minute. Maybe this is actually from my dentist yesterday, and they're sending me a copy of my receipt in addition to the paper copy I got. I had to think of something. But it was too late to call them. And we had the weekend, they're closed, and Memorial Day, they're closed. But this afternoon, when I was in town shopping, I stopped by and I spoke to the gal at the front. And I showed her my phone and I asked her if that number, it was a local exchange, this area code. It was not in mind. When I did an Google search, when I had done a Google search on Friday evening, when I saw it, strangely enough, there were only 3 returns, and one of them mentioned my dentist. I'm not making this up. So I thought, well, maybe this is their fax number, but they don't put it on their website. Something like that. Businesses often have other phone numbers that they don't put on their website. So I'm telling you why I stopped by and I spoke to the receptionist Tuesday afternoon. It's after midnight now. I showed her the number. I had written it large and I showed her the number and I said, is this one of your secret phone numbers? And she said, no, that's not our number. I said, the reason why I'm asking you, maybe you have a business phone that you don't advertise, and you sent me a receipt, a copy of my receipt from when I was in here on Thursday. She said, no, we don't even have the facilities to do that. And as soon as she told me that, what do you think I did? We're looking at Avid Telecom. What do you think I did? I held the phone up so she could see it. I said, there it is. It says attachment. I have not clicked on that to look at it. And then I did a side thing and I said, delete. And I confirmed the delete. When you read Bleeping Computer, let's go there right now. WordPress forces install critical Jetpack patch on 5 million sites. Critical vulnerability. WordPress is used on half the non-business, big business websites of the world. Hang on. Android apps with spyware installed 421 million times from Google Play. Oh, you mean they're putting them on their smartphones? New hacking forum leaks data of 478,000 former members. MCNA, Managed Care of North America, MCNA, Managed Care of North America, dental data breach. This is May 29th. I'm sitting here after midnight, beginning of May 31st. Dental data breach impacts 8.9 million people after ransomware attack. Oh, you think that they don't even get into the dentist's office? I told the gal there when I was in there, I said, it's all automated. They're after everybody. Everybody, including you, meaning the dental office. I said that to her when I had my appointment last Thursday. Bingo. So you're wondering why I'm going on about this. I'm telling you my direct experience. If they get something like a doctor's office or dentist's office data, stealing the data, going in, patient data, what do they have? They have the phone number, they have the name, they have the address. If they make it look like it's coming from your dentist, they can spoof you and phish you, FPHISH. Somebody's data was compromised. That's how they could make it so personal to me last week. And they did. But I was immediately suspicious because I know that the address they gave, which was close to mine, the number, does not exist. And so when I got a call later in the day, the only reason I have a flip phone, folks, is to do things like dentist appointments and doctor's appointments, and I don't use it for very much. I don't need more. So somebody who has a bunch of my data, the hackers got into it, sold it, and whoever it is coming in through a place like maybe Avid Telecom, spoofing even though they claim they're checking using a number that was a real number up until a year ago in here in close by in North Carolina. Yes, it's that sophisticated. Did I fall for it? No. Enough. You've been put on notice. Steve A. before you. PSA. I'm not promoting anything. I'm not recommending anything. I'm warning you. Saying see you in 73.